No, I'm not wearing pants. Okay, so I have so much to say in this video. Mainly I have no idea where I need to start. Basically because over this past year, how do I condense a year? You can't. Okay, so basically a lot of things have happened over this past year and I wanted to celebrate it by like talking about it in a video. And I think the reason why I chose today out of all days is because it wasn't particularly a good day. So I wanted to turn to a friend and talk to people about it because I want them to know that on days that you have not so happy things happening, you should think about the best times you've ever had so that it makes that day a little less rainy and cloudy. And yeah. So today I want to talk about how I knew this was going to happen, just cars passing through. Shouldn't have done this outside, should have taken a second, but anyway, there are a few things that I do want to talk about. One being that, you know, this past summer was just the most incredible time of my life. I've met so many wonderful people. I had a lot of opportunities to go to a lot of different amazing places in the country that I have never seen before or thought about seeing. But when you get a chance to do those things, it really shapes you into who you're going to be. Those places do. They leave little marks in your heart. Every single place you've gone, you really do have like a patch, like, on your heart. Anyway, so I did a lot of cool stuff this summer, and I realized that, okay, so let me just tell you the story. So from June till October, I went to Crater Lake National Park, and I worked as a campground attendant, and I was cleaning bathrooms and driving a golf cart all day, whether it was rain, sunshine, snow, whatever, I was doing it. And it was one of the best jobs I've ever had, mainly just because I was outside literally every single day. That's exactly what I went there for. And that's what I wanted after graduating college and working my literal ass off every single day, whether it was for school or for work, trying to find a job that made me happy, and also like being creative every single day. It's very, very tiring, and it does help me in a way for like therapeutic reasons, but sometimes when you are pressed to be creative all the time, it just feels like you're not even doing it for the proper reasons. Anyway, so moving on, graduated college this past May, went to Crater Lake, and from there, after having the highest high of my whole entire life, I had the lowest low. It's okay for me to just stop talking for a second. Let me make sure you're still rolling. You are. October the 8th, I got a call, and my cousin had overdosed, so it was not anything I was ever prepared for. And in a way, I feel guilty for being alive, I guess. But I felt guilty because I was in the most beautiful place in the whole world and he would never see it. And I knew that. So I flew home June the 10th. No, not June the 10th, I'm sorry. October the 10th. And I flew home October the 10th. And it was a reunion I never wanted. It was something that we just all felt cursed with. Knowing that moment, after that moment happened, you just decide that everything from there is very hard to come back from. As a family, you kind of feel like you'll never come back from it because you once were a family that saw each other every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every holiday, and you expect them to be there, but if they're not there, you understand that they can't make it. But this was one that we could never understand because it was too sudden and too soon. So, like a mad person, after I came home directly from Crater Lake, from Neverland, to my worst nightmare, after that I decided that I have to live my life exactly the way I want to for as long as I can. So I flew straight to Portland, waited on my best friend to get there, and then we drove to California and got a job at Mammoth Lakes, and that was a whole nother story. Oh god, so much snow. I'll just leave it at that. So much snow. I'll never understand. But I will say, while I was there, I was tested spiritually and mentally and physically every single day. Growing up's hard. Watching years pass is really hard. Because even if you didn't do exactly what you wanted to do in a year, you can say, well, I'm going to make sure I do it next year. And if I don't get around to doing it next year, then I will make sure I will do it in the next 2 years. And then you just forget that you wanted to do it in the first place. I did not know that mentality while I've been gone. All I could think of was every single day I need to wake up and do exactly what I need to do, when exactly I need to do it, or else what am I even here for? So mentally I got into this thing where I was trying to make use of every single minute of every single day. That's very exhausting, and I've done it before. But yeah, it's very hard to come out of all that. Anyway, we came back home. Long story short, we did come back home from Mammoth early. We came back home in December. It was a nice visit, except it wasn't. My whole family was still obviously very devastated after just 2 months of grieving, and being away made me think that everyone was grieving the same way I was, and that just wasn't true. Everyone was evolving into who they were going to be, and I just distinguished this thing in my mind where I had to be happy every day, all day, every day. And being home for this past 3-4 months, I've really learned to find a happy balance, which is great mentally for me, that I've been able to grieve this death for my family and for myself. It's been good to be able to be home and look after myself for a minute, because I shouldn't have left in the first place, and it was all very, very difficult. But I'm finally at a place where kitty, I'm sorry, my cat June is just like trotting through the rain. And she's a cat. Like, what is she doing in the rain? I didn't think cats liked rain. My cat would like rain. Yeah, so this was a lot in one video. I totally understand that, and I probably won't put all of this in the same video because it's a lot. But it's been a lot this past year, and if I could smush it together, that's what it looked like. Happiness, tragedy, more tragedy, and then balance. But I have some news. I do have news. I'm going to... Okay, let me start this over. I've got to climax it. So, me and my best friend that traveled this past summer, we decided, let's do it again. Because we are young still, and we want to travel the world, see things, and make our hearts warm again. We wanted to stay in the U.S. We did, for the summer. And we were like, okay, what kind of park do we want to go to? Where do we want to land? Blah, blah, blah. And, that was not attractive. We landed, drum, Rizzity roll. Glacier National Park, Montana. Yes. You heard it here first. Actually, you didn't. If you've been following me on Facebook, you've seen it there first. But otherwise, you're just a person that watches this. You heard it here first. We decided we wanted to go there because for the past couple years, we've been wanting to go there anyway. It's a beautiful place. It's obviously got glaciers, it's got mountains, it's got rams, it's got meadows, it's got bears, and it's Montana. It's got mountains. It's beautiful. So I'm very, very, very excited to do this. However, Emily has already gone to Mammoth, or I'm sorry, not Mammoth. Did I say Mammoth? I meant Montana. I think I said Montana. Anyway, Emily is already in Montana. She's already at Glacier. She left about a couple weeks ago, and I'm actually doing this journey alone. So it's going to be exciting. It's pretty scary, actually, but I'm not scared, but I am scared. I know that I'm going to be fine, but mainly, like, I've been trying to remember my taekwondo, just in case, like, I have to whip some shit out. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, so I just got to be prepared for anything. I really wish that I was, like, a Girl Scout or something. Like, that could have come in handy now. No one set me up for that. I guess they didn't think I would be traveling alone, camping, and doing the thing, which, that's kind of rude. Like, they should have had faith in me and taught me how to do this. So, anyway, I'm gonna be fine. Traveling alone for 5 days, and it's gonna be awesome. But I'm gonna get there June 1st. Close to what I did last year. So it'll be almost exactly the amount of time that I was in Crater. So it'll be very, very fun. After that, I'm trying not to, like, plan way too much in advance, but I think this is enough time. Next fall, I want to travel to New York City. I want to rummage around, go there. I've just never been there my whole life. I've always wanted to travel to New York. It's my dream place. I would like to live there. Would like to live in New York. Obviously, I would love to live in New York. That has also been my dream my whole life. But, like, I at least want to visit, see what it's about, and if is exactly what I want, then I'm going to actually pursue that and try to make that a goal and achieve it, make new goals. Yeah,